along a journey to simplify it. The 5 steps that you see right here does that. If you learn these 5 steps, this order of engagement, it's going to help you slow down. It's so easy for us. It's so easy for us because listen, this stuff works, man. I don't know. All I know is this. I'm a big fat guy. I pick up P90X. I lose 100 pounds. I win 50 grand. I'm in a freaking commercial, and at 3 in the morning, I'm on QVC trying to work out with Tracy Morrow and Tony Horton. You talk about a whirlwind, right? And everybody in my hometown thinks I suck because my life got better while theirs stayed the same. Right? And then all of a sudden there's a Facebook page. There's a Facebook page, Screw Telling Me Mygrant. And 72 people from my hometown. No, I'm telling you. You've got to understand yourself. Are you willing to face that kind of rejection? Are you willing to face those kind of moments? Are you willing, in the face of judgment, to reach above and beyond that? Because there's a lot of, I'm telling you, there's a lot of moments and a lot of people that will cause you to fail if you let them. And the first person that causes you to fail is who? It's you. The way that we speak. I gotta tell you right now, like working out wise, I speak death over my work because my back is hurting, you know, and it's like I'm trying to do pump, and I mean the girls are hot on there, but you know, I'm trying to, you know, and I'm like, oh, my back's hurting, and then I'm cursing at myself, right? How do you speak? How do you speak about your groups? I get coaches that sometimes say, oh my gosh, I only got 2 people, I can't believe it. You know, I didn't fill up a whole group, and you know, damn it, I only got 2 people, so they're gonna curse the 2 people who showed up because the 50 other ones didn't. And they don't take care of what they're given. They're not entrusted with the little things, right? If you want to be made ruler over much, and anyone who's went to Danny, anyone who studies this kind of stuff understands this, if you can't be trusted with what you're given, you're never going to be given more. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I have no idea how I ended up on this stage other than this. I got focused on a moment. I got focused on serving people. I got focused on thinking a better way. I got focused on learning more. I got my team to understand a lot of those same concepts and plug into the same resource. See, here's the thing. And this is on the business side, what we have to understand is this. There's a lot of things out there that can cause paralysis, confusion. Too many options paralyzes people. It's why you know that you can get in a friggin' car and drive it because you've got 4 things. Park, reverse, neutral, and drive. But if you sat in a friggin' airplane cockpit, you would go, holy crap, what the hell do I do? There's too many options. There's too many options. And, you know, it's why when I sponsor someone, I say, the first place you're not allowed to go is to the video library. There's too many options. You're going to get confused. You're going to get paralyzed. You got to have, you know, it's the specific plan. It's keeping things clear, concise, and consistent. Easy to learn, easy to do, easy to teach. Okay? This is the whole thing behind the 5 steps. Because nothing was going away from me. Now, the whole team is using the same system. I'm not saying that our system is the only way. Every team has a culture, every team has a brand, every team has their locker room and how they say things. But if you've got 37 different languages being spoken in the same locker room, confusion, undermining, right? Because here's the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is somebody comes to your page and they ask for a piece of advice, and 5 different teammates answer it 5 different ways. They all undermine each other, and there's no consolidarity in the language. It freezes people. I mean, imagine if you went to China and tried to speak English. It just doesn't work. So whatever you choose to do, you better have an identity. I coach high school football. One of the worst things I see teams do, listen, I'm not the smartest man on earth, but I coach football, and I know this. I've been a coach for 14 years. We've won 11 conference titles, been in the state Final Four 3 times, and that's at a school in a town of 9,000 people where half the buildings are friggin' empty. Right? Half the buildings are empty, and this is what I know. We'll play some teams who have an identity, they have a plan, they know what they're doing, and they do it well. Then we play other teams that they don't know. We call it grab baggers. They're grabbing at everything. They're trying to do everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. We call it the flavor of the week. And usually we beat them about 63-7. And then they wonder why they're getting their ass kicked every week. It's because they don't have an identity. They never master anything specific. They don't have have specific steps to give people, to guide them. So in our team, we have 3 resources that we plug into. The first one is the team. The team. Listen, the team, if the team is speaking the same language, using the same thing, and doing it in the same way, right? For us, we build with challenge groups consistently once a month using the 5 steps. We teach them how to use the 5 steps, how to handle objections in the same way with I don't know, all I know is. You've already heard me say that 3 times up here. And if I had team members up here, they'd say the same thing. I don't know, all I know is story, 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 story. See, we try to combat objections with facts. Combat objections with, P90X has this and Shakeology has this. No, listen, it's stories. Our job, let them be the experts on the fitness parts. Our job is to be experts on creating testimonials and learning how to share those stories. Those stories are your weapons. Those stories are the arsenal that you have to combat all the excuses and junk that's in people's lives out there. And it's more than just fitness stories. It's more than just weight loss stories. Our product is bigger than that. Being a product of the product is bigger than just weight loss and push-ups. Be a product of the personal development. Be a product of the income. I'm sitting here like this. I'm watching this community of people up here doing this dance, living life, having fun. Seriously. And I'm sitting here in tears because of how amazing all of you are. Why wouldn't you be a product of that and share that with people? How many people out there do you know that don't have an opportunity to engage with something like that? A lot of people. But it starts with your choice. And it starts with your willingness to do it. I was listening to Sean earlier, and he says, the work starts when you're tired. Well, I'm going to tell you what. When you're doing this business, you're going to get burned out. You're going to get tired. There's going to be months where you don't feel like putting a freaking group together. There's going to be months where you're like, oh, screw it. You know what? I've already got my 5 points. I think I'll take the next 2 weeks off. I'm done. I am done. Everything you do or don't do will duplicate your mindset, your attitude, your language, your outlook will duplicate your team. So what you have to ask yourself is this: am I consistently the type of person that I hope they will be? Am I consistently performing at the level that I would expect them to? Am I showing up even when I'm tired? Am I showing up even when I want to stop? Am I putting a group together? Am I sharing the word? Am I spreading the love even when I don't feel like push and play? Push and play is more than a button on your DVD player. It's showing up in your life. It's showing up every day in the lives of people. I went from not even knowing if I could make Success Club 5. Honestly, I didn't make it the first 2 months of 2010. You guys know that? I was a diamond coach, thought I knew everything, knew absolutely nothing, never made Success Club the first 2 months. First 2 months. Thought, man, I don't even think I can make this Success Club. I have to make it 9 straight months? That's friggin' crazy. How the hell do I score a point? Right? And all of a sudden, here's what happened. I started making Success Club 5, and I started getting a little bit of confidence. And I started thinking, because I used to sit there and go, thinking that was only for the other people, the founders. See, some of you don't understand that this could easily be you if it's just a choice, right? It's just a choice. There's no limit to how many 10-star diamonds or 15-star diamonds or 6-figure earners or 7-figure earners that can be. But that all is a reflection of how you serve people at the end of the day. It's a reflection of your choice. What do you want this to be in your life? It's a reflection of your ability to help other people make that same choice. It's a reflection of how well you can give people a simple and easy to duplicate plan of action. You have something like the 5 steps right here. I didn't create that all myself. I have a team of people that all worked in the field to do that. I've had people coming up to me all week saying, I can't thank you enough. I spent 8 months and I wasn't ever able to recruit somebody. Now I have a plan. Because it's not only important to find people, it's what you do with them once you find them. It's what you do with them once you find them. Right? Okay? So our plan, our team, listen, you can adopt it, you can crack can it, I don't care what you do with it. Okay? But the truth is this, our team is exploding with it. I got people from Puerto Rico coming up to me talking in Spanish, and I don't even speak it. And they're going, we can't thank you enough for this. Okay? But it gives you a plan of something to do with people once you find them. So listen, I know it's 7 till 1. You guys have spent this entire morning here today when you could be out in the sun, you could be having your, cactus margarita over at Mason Grill. Okay, but I want to thank you for being there. I want to thank you for showing up. I want to thank you for being leaders for the people, because everybody that you know, there's lives out there that need change. And I want you to know that there's somewhere in your group, somewhere in your life, somewhere in your community, someone in your list is me that's depressed, that needs this, that needs the people, that needs the accountability, that needs the opportunity. And don't you dare hold their future in your mouth. Don't you dare keep it captive. You have something great. Don't screw it up. Don't leave this out of their hands. It's not up to you whether they choose to say yes or no. What it's up to you to do is to at least give them the opportunity to decide for themselves. You've got a lot of things that have been created, right? You got all of the Success Club, all this stuff. I mean, you walk in the door and you're like, this is not a joke. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. I go back to my hometown, I can't even explain to those people what it is. But it's your willingness to consistently do it and consistently give people the opportunity and consistently show up month after month and week after week. Doesn't mean you have to work at 15 hours a day. No. Jason Chef comes up to me and says, I finally have a plan with the 5 steps that allows me to get over my fear of time. I travel, I sing, he's the lead singer for Chicago, and now he has a plan. It alleviates the fear of time. I mean, think about that. I was on the phone with Bo Duke, right? John Schneider, the guy from Dukes of Hazzard. I remember thinking I was him when I was like 7 years old. I'm on the phone with him, and he says, I've been so afraid to really commit to this because of time. How many people in your life just want something that they can do 5 to 10 hours a week that they believe in, that they can consistently start building an income? Consistently. But they're going to do what you do. If you consistently show up, they'll consistently show up. If you consistently show up and disappear, and show up and disappear, and show up and disappear, so will the people that are on your team, and your income will show up and disappear, and show up and disappear. 300, 100, 300, 100. Oh crap, it's getting low, I better start working again. So you're never steadily climbing that ladder, right? So guys, listen, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for remaining in the room. I want to thank you for being here this weekend. And I'm going to give you back to Jeremy Ray.